welcome back to 4F Beauty. When will I be YouTube famous? I have no idea. However, what I do know, one, this foundation is too dark for me, but it's a foundation review, so we're just going to have to live with it. And two, my first hell yeah and oh no went down really well with you. So I've got another one for you. So you ready? This is still in April, but the second episode of Hell Yeah or Whoa, Whoa, Whoa No. Right, as always, I have left a bit of space here for putting pictures up. When I started this series, I had no idea just how long these take to edit, so wish me luck. Right, starting off, as always, I've got pictures on my phone here, so I know what order I'm doing them in. Starting off, an indie brand called Michalou Cosmetics, which are a UK brand, have got this witchcraft palette. And I've got to admit, there's something about that that really, really calls to me. Yes, there's a fair mix of like the browns and stuff, but to see those beautiful pops of green and the blue and the purple, I know it's not really kind of spring summer colours, you'd normally think this of autumn winter, but I really like this palette. 32 quid, so you know, kind of up there in price, but you know, for an indie brand, they've not got the money behind them that huge corporations have, so I'm guessing that they have to do shorter runs in terms of when they're getting these produced, which obviously will increase the unit price. I'm super, super tempted by this. Super tempted. My heart says, hell yeah! My head still isn't quite sure yet. I need to have a look through it. I've got quite a few Makeup Rev palettes that I know have got some quite dark colours in, so I need to go and have a look through those, I think, to see whether I've got these colours already, because if I have, then much as I want to try the palette out, there's not really much point buying it if I've got the colours already. So it's kind of a hell yeah, it's also a maybe. Moving on, Kat Von D has released this picture of her 10-year anniversary palette, which, I mean, if you look at the left-hand side of the palette, it's pretty much your warm neutrals that we've been inundated with the last 2 years. Other side of the palette looks reasonably interesting. It reminds me so much of the Movida Loca, but obviously it's been arranged in a much more sensible way. I'm really tempted by this, but I think I'm going to wait and see what the reviews are like on it, because I was super, super tempted by her Divine palette, but then the reviews on that were less than stellar, so that's a whoa, 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 maybe. I spoke last time about the Jouer foundations and they extended their range. On my Instagram, I've shared the list that they've done. They've really, really helpfully got their palette, their foundation shade name, the description of it, and then the brand comparison. So, for example, the lightest one they do is Ivory, which they describe as very fair skin with cool undertones. Brand comparison: Makeup Forever Ultra HD in Y205 Alabaster, Kat Von D Locket Light 42 Neutral, Hourglass Vanish Seamless Finish Blanc. So that's really helpful because that's one of the biggest problems with buying foundations online. You know, getting the right shade. Used to be easy for me, I used to choose the lightest one. But now all these brands are being fabulous and extending their shade range. I now have to think about it and actually read the description. So just to give you, I'm going to show you the first page of the lightest ones here. And then I'll show you the deepest one. So the deepest one they do is Truffle, which they describe as very deep skin with cool undertones. And their brand comparison for Truffle is Fenty Pro Filter Soft Matte in 490, Max Studio Fix in NW58, Kat Von D Locket in Deep 81 Cool, Maybelline Fit Me in 375 Java, and NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Dark 6 Marley. Now, obviously, I've only shown you the two here, and I'm aware that you're probably pausing it and going, oh, what's that say? If you head across to my Instagram, which is linked down below, and go back a few uploads, you'll find all of them there, and hopefully that will then help you choose which shade you need to be. Moving on. Benefit Cosmetics. Really annoyingly, this is only available in Ulta in the UK, in the US rather. It's the bronzer and blush mini set where you've got Hoola Light, and then you've got 4 of their blushes in miniature form for, I think it was $22, $24, which would be over here probably about 20, 21 quid, I suppose, ish. Why is that not available over here? I would love to try some of Benefit's blushes and, you know, find out whether I need Hoola or Hoola Light for a start. The problem over here is, unlike in America where you can buy stuff and if it's the wrong shade you can take it back, over here once you've opened something, if it's the wrong shade you are stuck with it. See this foundation for an example. You know, why is it only available in America and only available in Ulta? Come on, Benefit, you've got plenty of UK customers who would jump at the chance. If that was available here for 20 quid, I would buy it because I want to try Hoola, but I don't know whether I need Hoola Light or if the ordinary Hoola is going to be okay for me. And not being funny, you know, I've got a lot of bronzers and it takes a long time to get through a bronzer and a blush, so having the mini sizes is absolutely perfect. Come on, Benefit, get your act together, release this in the UK, because if you release it in the UK, it's a hell yeah. Right, Blush Tribe. Now, if you've seen my top 5 palette reviews, you'll see that I actually included one of their palettes in there. They have sneak peeked some liquid lippies, which are coming out, I think they're out this week. I think they're out now. Those middle two, that magenta purple and the sort of grey purple. Ooh, I like those. I do like those. I might have to have a look at those, and if the price is right, that could be a hell yeah. Give me Glow Cosmetics, as all these companies do, sneak peeked a black and white picture of their forthcoming palette. Summer palette, 12 shades, and they said, who would like to see a pool blue in here? It's almost done, but we need to create 2 more shades. So I put it through a colorizer app on Tinternet, and it looked like that. Now, sometimes this colorizer gets it spot on, other times not so much. But this looks like it's going to be a warm neutral palette with a pop of purple. And from what they've said, maybe they're going to cultivate a couple of blues to go in there as well. So I will reserve judgment until I actually see the colours of it. But if it's a warm neutral with a pop of colour, it's going to be a whoa, 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 no. Beauty Bakery. another smaller company. I don't know if you could still call them indie because they're getting a huge following now, but as far as I know, they're not owned by any of the big, like, you know, your L'Oreal's and all that lot. They are releasing, all of their stuff is named after baking. So you've got the flour setting powder, and they're releasing cake mix, which is what they're calling their foundation. And whereas one is usually the lightest shade, for them one is their deepest shade. And you know what? I really like that. I love the way they've flipped it on its head. The lightest foundation shade that they do, I think might just be light enough for me. So once that's available, I really want to get one of those and try. So that's a hell yeah. Right, Colourpop have launched some new single pressed shadows, mixture of mattes and shimmers, and they've released some new ultra satin lips. Now, the ultra matte lips for Colourpop I hate. They dry my lips out shocking. I have to have a gloss over the top, and even then they're a bit bleh. The ultra satin lips, though, I absolutely adore. They've got 24 new pressed shadows out, which look like that. And I've got a couple of swatches of them as well. These are the swatches of the warm tones, so your oranges and your golds and your browns and your... And then you've got the more interesting, to me anyway, colours. Your yellows, your teals, your blues, your purples. Now, I like the look of those. And Colourpop very often do deals where you can buy 4 of their pressed shadows for $12, and they throw a free little cardboard cover palette thing in with it. So there's a good chance I'm going to be picking some of those up. So that's probably going to be a hell yeah. There's a lot more yeahs in this episode than there was in the last one. I don't know if you're noticing that. That's the swatches of the 14 different lippies. Now, there's a lot of reds and sort of like corals and pinks in there. I quite like Fluke, the purpley one. But it's I need to see some reviews of it first, I think, because it does look very similar in colour to a couple of lippies I've already got. So that's going to be a whoa, maybe. Here's another look at it with all of them sort of swatched together, the eyeshadows and the lippies. Yeah, that Fluke looks, in this picture, Fluke looks so similar to colours I've already got, so I'm probably going to pass. That's probably going to be a whoa, no. But only because I've already got all those colours. If there was a colour there that I didn't have, then it would be a hell yeah. Urban Decay have brought out some lip glosses, and Cassie from Thrift Thick, that's so difficult to say. She got sent some as PR, lucky girl, and she swatched them, and of the ones she swatched, these are the 4 that I like best. Starting from top left, you've got Fuel, which is a light neutral nude cream, Beso, which is a deep pink mauve or mauve cream, Back Talk, which is a mauve or mauve nude pink cream, and Savage, which is electric pink cream. Now, I don't wear glosses very often, but I think 2018 is going to be the year of the shimmer. We're seeing a lot of setting sprays with shimmer in. You've got the Fenty Body Illuminizer. Lots of companies are coming out with glosses this year, so I think this year is going to be the year of the shine. So that's probably going to be a hell yeah if the price is right. I spoke last time about the MAC Patrick Star collab, and I've got some swatches for you this time. This is the lipsticks and lip glosses from the two different collaboration sets that he's doing, where you get Queen P and Hey Boy Hey together in one set, and you get Mama Star Kiss and Sweet Mama Star in the other set. So that is the Me So Chic set, which is the purpley lilac quad eyeshadow and the more neutral lipsticks, and the peachy pink blush. And this one is the Me So Fleek, which is the quad with the hot pink and the electric blue. It's the brighter lippy and lip gloss, and it's the sort of pinky mauve or mauve blush. So they're still a hell yeah if the UK get them, but I still haven't decided yet which set I want. I'll probably not decide until the day, knowing me. And then probably the one that I choose will go out of stock before I can pay for it again. Right. Looks like MAC are going to be bringing back Whisper of Guilt as a permanent highlighter. It's appeared in a number of different limited editions, including last Christmas, where it was in the Christmassy packaging with like a star embossed, snowflake rather, embossed on top of it. It's certainly, after Soft and Gentle, probably their most popular highlight, and everyone's been clamouring for it. So it looks like that's going to be coming back as a permanent line. I've got gold highlighter, so for me it's a whoa, 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 no. But if you missed out at Christmas and you wanted it not just for the pretty packaging, looks like you're going to be able to pick it up soon. What have we got next? BH Cosmetics have got the Weekend Festival 20 colour shadow palette, and they'd sneak peeked the outside of the box a little while ago, and we've now got pictures of the inside of it, and you can see some really pretty colours there. You know, hot pink, electric blue, clearly that's going to be the colours of the year, even though the Pantone colour of the year is ultraviolet this year. It seems like makeup companies are going for their blues and their pinks. I'm not going to complain about that. Anything that takes us away from warm neutrals, which we've got millions of now. There's a couple of nice greens in there. But if you cover up the blue, the pink, the orange and the green, it is still quite a neutral palette. So you could still get, you know, sort of work appropriate looks out of this and still have the hot colours for going out. And so yeah, I mean that's it's an I want it. So technically it's a hell yeah. It just depends whether I've got the money to buy it, to be quite honest. If you look at these swatches, which Makeup Hunter News put up on Instagram, you can see there's a nice mix there of shimmers and mattes, and you can certainly get some varied looks out of that. BH Cosmetics, I've got one of their highlighter palettes, and yeah, it's absolutely fine. So I'm going to wait and have a look at a few reviews, and then I'm probably going to end up buying it. Bite Beauty are bringing out a spice collection in their Amuse Bouche lipsticks in Smoked Za'atar, I think that's how you pronounce it, Lit Turmeric, Saffron Fire, and Pink Salt. Turmeric is not that colour, saffron is not that colour, pink salt is not that colour. Za'atar, I'm going to plead ignorance on this, I've not actually heard of that one, so I don't know if that's the right colour, but surely if you're going to be calling a lipstick Saffron Fire, saffron is an orangey red, which when you put it into food produces a beautiful golden yellow. So why have you got a pinky mauve lipstick? Pink Salt is pink, it's baby pink, and you've got what looks like a deep wine colour from the swatch anyway. Bite, what are you doing? You know, by all means release a spice collection, but know what colour your spices are before you start naming your lipsticks. Have a word with yourself. So, on principle, because you've called them names where the colours don't match, whoa, 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 no. No on principle. However, Bite are also bringing out their Zodiac collection this year, one a month. And they've just sneaked peeked Taurus, which is my star sign. And it is a grey, mauvey, pinky colour, which I have a lot of those lipsticks because that is my favourite go-to nude for me. I don't have any Bite lipsticks. I really want to try one. I think if anything's gonna make me buy one, it's gonna be that Taurus. So that's a whoa, 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 maybe bordering on a hell yeah. It's my video, I can make my rules up as I go. Right, Viseart have got 2 new palettes out. Absinthe, which is the green one, and Siren Theory, which is warm toned. $45 for 6 shadows. That's over £7 per shadow. I love the colours in that Absinthe palette, but if you think I'm paying $45 for 6 shadows, whoa, 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 no, no. This was sneak peeked on Instagram, and this is Unicorn Cosmetics launching their first ever eyeshadow palette called Sassy Doll. Now, I believe Unicorn Cosmetics are the ones that have brought out all those unicorn brushes where the handles are shaped like a unicorn horn. Going from the outside of the palette, I'm guessing it's going to be quite colourful. So I'm interested to see. I'm reserving judgment until I A, find out what the colours are, and B, find out what the price is. But that looks interesting. The only thing that is going to bug me is it's a weird cut-out shape. And I have enough problem storing square and oblong palettes. My round tart one just rolls around and around and around. A diamond-shaped one. A diamond-shaped palette. I'm going to reserve judgment till I've seen more, I think, on that. So that's a whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know. Morphe coming out with 6 new highlighters. A couple of nice darker ones there for people of colour or with deeper skin tones. The only two really that would work on me is probably going to be the lightest two, and to be honest, they look a little bit chalky on these swatches, so that's gonna be a whoa, 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 no from me. The darker ones do look as if they're not as chalky though, so you know, that might be worth looking at if you're a deeper skin tone than I am. Morphe is teaming up with Laura Lee to produce a set of her favourite brushes for $54. Now, Morphe brushes are very hit and miss. I bought a set of brushes in a gold. These ones in a gold long, almost like a pencil case, to be honest. And those have been absolutely fantastic. But I know that the cheaper line of Morphe brushes, people have an awful lot of trouble with them shedding, and that tends to be the ones with the black handles. Now, a lot of these brushes in this picture, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those brushes look to have black handles, so and I don't really follow Laura Lee, so I think for me that's going to be a whoa, 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 no. Morphe brushes are too hit and miss to get a set like that and not know, with them being, you look like you've got a mixture of like, you know, potential natural hair, synthetic hair, duo fibre. Yeah, see, I wouldn't. I got the Morphe, I think it was Islay, spelled EYE instead of the letter I, because I'd seen reviews of those and they were saying that they were good and they don't. How rude. And that they don't shed, which those ones don't. These ones, no, it's a hard pass for me. Right, Maybelline are bringing out a apparently scented palette. Tarte and Too Faced have got a lot to answer for when it comes to people releasing scented palettes. But they're bringing out this one. I think it's out in America now. I don't know whether it's out over here yet. And it's Lemonade Craze, which you look at it and you think, ooh, that's a nice yellow, mustardy yellow in the middle. And then you look at everything else and you've got peach, pink, brown. So if you cover up that yellow, it's no different to any other warm tone palette. So I'm sorry, Maybelline, for me that's a whoa, 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 no. NARS are bringing out an orgasm collection. Their orgasm blush is one of their best sellers, and it's a soft sort of golden pinky peachy colour, so it suits a lot of skin tones. And they're now going to be bringing out this collection at some point this year. Special edition blush, $40 for a blush. Afterglow lip balm, $28. Loose illuminating powder, $28. And that looks to be a really small tin. And full vinyl lip lacquer, basically a lip gloss, for $26. If the prices were more reasonable, I might consider it. But at those prices, whoa, 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 no, no. Gwen Stefani apparently has put some trademarks, registered some trademarks under makeup category as P and then the letter 8 and then NT. So whether that means paint or patent, I'm not sure. But it looks like she could be releasing her own cosmetics line. Now, she did team up with Urban Decay a while ago, and I know that palette was very popular. So potentially a new line coming out from Gwen Stefani, so keep our eyes open for that one. Huda Beauty, they've got 3 little mini packs of some of their best selling liquid lipsticks. They've got the Au Naturel Nudes, which have got Bikini Babe, Sugar Mama, Girlfriend, and Trendsetter in them. They've got a Blushed Nudes, which has Wifey, Venus, Bombshell, and Muse. And when they released Wifey last year, it was damn near impossible to get hold of. Everyone was buying that. That was in and out of stock so quick. And the third set is Power Pinks, which is Medusa, Trophy Wife, Icon, and a Jet Setter. Now, I've got to admit, I've not got any Huda Beauty lipsticks. So this would actually be quite a nice way to try the formula and see if I like them. Now, of the sets that are there, I kind of like some from all of them. From the Au Naturel Nudes, I want Sugar Mama. From the Blushed Nudes, I want Muse and Wifey. And then from the Power Pinks, I want Medusa. So, I suppose as I want 2 of the ones out of the Blush Nudes, if I get a set, that'll be the set that I get. I think it's a brilliant idea of... I mean, if you've got a lot of lipsticks, which I have, there is always the risk that they're going to dry up before you get to the end of them. Now, fortunately, the majority of mine are Jeffree Stars, and I've got some Jeffree Star ones that are 3 years old and are still absolutely fine. Thank the Lord. And of course, you can always revive them with a bit of argan oil, but then they lose their long wear and non-transfer. So, you know, if you want to try out some Huda lipsticks, and I'm probably going to be one of those people that does that, that's a hell yeah. If you're already a fan of hers, you've probably already got most of those colours anyway. But I mean, they're great for travelling or handbag sized as well. So that's another thing to bear in mind, those. Right, Smashbox are coming out with a collaboration with Vlada MUA. Have to be honest, I've not actually heard of that makeup artist. This looks to be, what have they got? Petal Metal highlighters in Rosemantic, which is rose gold, and Gilded Rose, which is champagne. Highly reflective power, deliver a 10-hour radiant glow. Feel petal soft, ultra blendable, and can be used wet or dry. They are stunning. I mean, look at that packaging. That really is so very, very pretty. Launches on Ulta on the 13th of April, Sephora on the 17th, and in store from the 22nd, so it'll be interesting to see if that does come to the UK. It really does look stunning though. Looks like there's going to be, as well as the two highlighters, it looks like there's a petal metal shimmer drops, which I guess you could use on your body if you get your body out in public. Or you could mix in two foundations to give them a bit of a glow from within. And looks like they're doing a petal metal primer as well, and potentially one of their small sort of 8-pan little mini eyeshadow palettes. So that could be worth keeping an eye out for. Those highlighters do look beautiful, and if they come over to the UK, it's going to have to be a hell yeah. I've not got any Smashbox highlighters, and apparently the formula on those is stunning. Right, continuing to rush on through this. Self Expression Revolution have shown this Belladonna's Cupboard Thulu palette. I think that's how you pronounce it. Which has got some beautiful blues and greens and purples in there. I mean, over half the palette. If you cover up the orange row and the red row, the red row and the orange row, if you cover those up, it's actually a really lovely palette. They've also got these weird, like, octopus tentacle brushes, which look like they're going to be really difficult to hold and get on with. I could be wrong. The palette is, it's a water activated one, so it works similar to Mayron ones, which I know a lot of drag artists use. Very highly pigmented, almost it's like a cross between face paint and makeup, so you're certainly going to get some strong colour from that. It's normally going to retail for $80. If you order it on pre-order, you get $10 off at the moment, and it's $79 pre-order. I mean, that is quite expensive, but I know Mayron palettes are probably going to be around about the same kind of price, and if they're as pigmented as the Mayron ones, you're not going to have to use much of them. I think probably for everyday people like me and you, it's probably going to be a whoa no. If you are a performance artist of some kind, be that drag or an actor or anyone who works on stage and needs their different facial expressions to be easily shown at the back of the theatre as it is at the front, so obviously you're going to need these bolder hits of colours. That could be something that could be worth looking at for you, so that could be a hell yeah for you. Benefit are increasing the amount of colours available in their brow tones. Now, this is like a brow mascara that they released. So, for example, if I was to get it, I would get the blonde one, so rather than the dark one, because it's not filling your brows in as such. It's highlighting them and providing depth so that they don't look one solid colour all the way across. And they're now bringing out some other colours. They've got what looks like a gold, a blue, a purple, a magenta pink, and a teal. So if you have got coloured hair, and unlike me, you haven't just dyed your glitter hairs pink or purple or teal or whatever, but you've actually been brave enough and you've got a full head of shocking pink hair or bright teal hair, then this could prove really useful for you for just sort of like toning your brows in. So yeah, that could be a hell yeah. Jennifer Lopez is apparently collabing with Inglot which have a reputation of being very high quality, even though you don't hear them talked about very much because, as I'm sure you can imagine, high quality usually equals higher prices. So a lot of, I don't seem to see them sending a lot of PR out either, which shows you how good their stuff is. If they haven't got, if it's still selling and they haven't got to send PR out to people, then it shows you that they're good quality. Apparently, there are going to be 70 items in this limited edition collection, ranging from $8.50 to $49, and that's going to include powders, lipsticks, lip gloss, mascara, an eyeshadow palette that only has 3 colours in but is $49, so that shows you some of the prices. Sculpting powder, eyelashes, eyeshadows, palettes, blush, highlighters. One of the shades is Living the Highlight, and bronzers, and one of them is Boogie Down Bronze, with JLo's signature JLo Glow. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what is in that collection. So I'm going to have to reserve judgment for the minute because I simply don't know what's in it. So I can't say whether it's a yes or a no because there aren't even any sneak peeks, any pictures. It's literally just her promo picture. But that lipstick does look a little bit lush. So if that's a sensible price, I might have to pick that one up. Kat Von D is releasing brow pomades in varying colours. She's releasing them on the 20th of April. And you can see from this next one here on both super pale skin like me and then on a more medium skin tone, you can see all the different colours. So she's got all of the, like the blacks and the your sort of taupes and your browns and everything all the way down. She's got one which she calls Bleached, which is designed to be more of an editorial look. So if you've bleached your hair, you can use this pomade over your eyebrows and it gives them a kind of bleached effect. And then she's got the brighter colours. So she's got the electric blue, she's got a beautiful emerald green, there's a violety purple there, hot pink, bright red, bright yellow, white. But do you know what's missing? What about natural redheads? What colour are they meant to use? You know, she's got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, basically 7 different shades of brown, some of which are so close in tone together you really can't tell that much of a difference. So why have you not included a colour for natural redheads? You know, what colour is Nicole Kidman meant to wear on her brows? What about the Weasleys from Harry Potter? Which colour are they meant to use? So I'm sorry, Kat Von D. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No. Just no. Because my mate Sian can't find a brow pomade to match her red hair. And this is something Kat Von D is so bad at doing. Kat Von D, Becca and Too Faced are shocking at releasing something and saying, limited edition, get it now before it all goes, it's never coming back. And then, it's so popular, we've bought it back. Well, of course it's popular because if it's limited edition, it gives people that urge to, oh my god, if I don't get it now, it's gone and I've missed out, I'm never going to be able to get it again. Like her Mi Vida Loca palette and the Metal Matte palette, gutted that I missed out on both of those. But she has brought back Project Chimps lipstick, which is this sort of russety, bloody browny red kind of, and that wasn't me swearing, colour. It was originally 100% of the proceeds was going to Project Chimps. Now, a portion of the proceeds go to Project Chimps. So there's still going to be some money going through to them, but not as much as before. And like I said, I do think it's a cop-out when... If it was just 1 or 2 items that this happened with, maybe you can understand it. you know, I've lost count of the times that, I mean, the Lolita eyeshadow and blush thing, I was gutted that we couldn't get that over here in the UK because it was limited edition and it was US only. You can now get that. It's now part of her standard line. You know, you keep. It's like Becca now, where every time they release something that's limited edition, I just think, oh, I'll give it 6 months and it'll be part of their permanent line. I haven't got a rush to get it. So, if you wanted it last time and you missed out, then fab, you've now got the chance to get it. But for me, on principle, it's going to be a whoa, whoa, whoa. No. No. Kylie's bringing out some new Kyliners in deep bronze, brown, and black for $10 each. It's actually not a bad price for Kylie. And lip liners for $12 in Mary Jo K, Malibu, Kristen, Coco K, Dolce K, and Candy K. Now, I believe those were some of her original lip kits. And she's now selling the liners separately. So, yeah, you know, for me it's a whoa, whoa, whoa. No, because I don't like Kylie's matte formula and I only really use liquid eyeliner. But if you use pencil liners and either of these three shades here appeal to you, then yeah, you know, crack on. You know, fill your boots, as they say. She's also releasing or re-releasing I think the first three colours that she came out with in lip kits, which was the lipstick and the lip liner, was Candy K, Dolce K and 2 Brown K. She's now releasing those in a lip trio box, just the lipsticks, not the liners, calling it the OG Lip Trio. Here's a bit more of a close-up so you can see the colours. I don't like her matte formula, and I'm pretty sure that all of those were matte, so for me it's going to be a whoa, whoa, whoa. No. But if you liked those three, I'm guessing there's going to be a reduced price on it rather than buying all three individually. So if you've been looking for them, you can now get them in a triple pack. Aren't you lucky? Moving on, L'Oreal. I'm pretty sure L'Oreal and Maybelline are owned by the same company. Remember we spoke about a little bit earlier about the Lemonade palette from Maybelline? Well, L'Oreal have now got this Paradise Enchanted scented eyeshadow. And it's got a picture of an apple on the front of it. So whether it's scented like an apple, I don't know. But oh look, when you look inside it, it's got a pop of yellow in an otherwise warm-toned neutral palette. I quite like that apricot blush. I might pick that up. But as for the palette, whoa, whoa, whoa. No. Wow, I'm really sorry, I've got so much to go through here. I'll try and speed this up a little bit if I can. MAC is teaming up with Aaliyah, or rather Aaliyah's family, who've agreed to let them use her image with this. They've been talking about an Aaliyah collaboration for quite a while, and now they've released this picture of the £9 palette and the lipstick, which look quite nice. Again, very neutral, but then that's the kind of colours that Aaliyah was known for wearing, so it makes sense. Apparently some of the packaging might vary in global markets due to licensing restrictions, but I think the majority of them are going to be this purple with the silver, which is really classy. I like the look of that lipstick. That's a really nice neutral. So I might pick the lipstick up, but the palette's going to be a whoa, whoa, whoa. No, for me, because I've just got 2 other palettes that are like it. MAC are also bringing back their mineralised skin finish with like the 4 different colours of powder in one pan. They're bringing, I think, 4 of those back, and then 7 different blushes, I think they said they were bringing out. So there's some swatches of, yeah, that's the swatches of the 7 blushes, I think. So there's some quite nice ones there. I mean, Flirting with Danger and Humour Me and Happy Go Rosy could work quite well for deeper skin tones. So there's that. For me, it's I don't know. I'm not a fan of MAC powders, to be honest. So for me, it's probably going to be a whoa no. But if you are interested, looks like they're coming back with those. Milani is jumping on the liquid glitter eyeshadow wagon with these 5 different glittery liquid eyeshadows, basically. I've got a lilac-y one, a rose goldy one, a pinky one, a peacocky tealy one, and an iridescent-y one with a white base. Told you this year's going to be the year of the shimmer. Anyway, for me, it's going to be a whoa. No, because I've got some Essence ones. I've got one here, for example. They're Metal Shock shadows, which considerably cheaper, do the job just as well. Thank you very much. So, moving on. Lorac, not easy to get over here in the UK, but we can get them, have released this Pro Palette 4. I just want you to have a look at that for a minute. Does it remind you of anything? Anything in particular? Any recent palettes that might have been released by, say, Anastasia Beverly Hills, maybe? Like, you know, the Soft Glam palette? Lorac. Really? Whoa. No. I can understand companies like Makeup Revolution, Beauty Glazed, Maybelline, L'Oreal producing W7 producing palettes which use same shades as higher end palettes, but produced in a more cost friendly way, so that people who aren't on mega salaries and don't get sent thousands and thousands of dollars worth of PR each month don't have to bankrupt themselves to be able to produce the same looks that they're seeing their favourite beauty gurus doing. But for Lorac to bring one out which is pretty much a clone of Anastasia's Soft Glam, must try harder, Lorac, really. Right, last one, I'm sure you'll be pleased to hear. I'm pleased to hear, I need to go and get a drink. Manny MUA, as you know, is bringing out his own makeup line, Lunar Beauty. Now, he collaborated with Makeup Geek before to produce this palette, which, yes, I've got the palette. And I really like the palette. It's one of the first warm tone palettes that I bought. Perfectly adequate palette. Nice neutrals, couple of pops of colour. It's the kind of thing that Manny's known for, to quote Rich Lux, his gold eye and his nude lip. Although Manny, to be fair, has been doing more colourful looks recently. So that was his first collaboration. Then he collabed with Jeffree and had the 2 lipsticks and the 2 highlighters. And now he's doing his own makeup range called Lunar Beauty, because he loves moons and he's always had a little crescent moon on his necklace. Now, his brother, not so long ago, put this picture up on Snapchat, and I've just circled the bottom of it. Not Snapchat, Instagram. And he was saying he was on set with Manny, taking photographs and stuff. No, I think he was DJing. And he put this picture up. And I've just ringed the bottom of it there, because within minutes of it going up, it came down, and then went back looking like that, with a big censored thing across the bottom. So does that mean that this is what Manny's palette's going to look like? Lovely bright yellow, lovely hot pink, and then we can see some more neutral shades and perhaps a deep brown at the other end. But the majority of the palette is obscured by what looks like a bottle of Fix Plus. And Manny had put this picture up on Instagram showing Lunar Beauty is on this face, but where? So we still weren't sure whether it was going to be eyeshadow, highlighter, lipstick. Would he actually be making a foray into foundation? But it's a really nice brown smoky eye, which if you think back to that previous picture, there was a nice deep brown in there. Then he put this really colourful eye look up, saying Lunar Beauty has us quaking with a winky face, which is a really, really colourful cut crease with yellow, orange, pink, blue, and then fading out to like a violet at the end with like a white, probably liquid liner cut crease there, to be honest. So we're then thinking, maybe he is bringing out a colourful palette. And he said when he got to 175,000 followers on Instagram, on his Lunar Beauty account, he would release a sneak peek of some of the colours of his palette. Well, this went up. And you can see there's a nice green, there's a yellow, there's a blue, there's a pink, there's some red, there's some brown, there's some sort of peachy corally colours in there, there's some purple. So it looks like Manny's palette did do both of those eye looks, and we could be in for a really nice bright palette from Manny. Right, that is me done for this episode of Hell Yeah and Whoa, Whoa, Whoa No. And I know there was a lot that I don't know yet whether I do want it or don't, but as soon as I hear about new makeup, I'm going to let you know what I've heard, so we can all sit there and go, I wonder what colour it's going to be. Am I going to want it? Will I like it? Have I already got those colours? Why is it that shape palette? Anyway, I'm going to let you continue wondering about that. I'm going to go and get myself a drink before I completely lose my voice, and I will see you again soon. I hope you enjoyed this second episode of Hell Yeah and Woh No. If you did, perhaps you'd hit that like button, comment, subscribe. If you do subscribe, click that bell and then you'll get a notification every time I upload a new video. And maybe you could consider sharing some videos with your friends, because if you like me, you never know, there's a chance they could find me interesting too. Alright, take care now. Bye for now.